If you told me that we'd be talking about Bublik not once, but twice this year, I'd be calling you all kinds of delusional. But here we are. Bublik shines again, shocking Jannik Sinner at the Halle Open, a place where Sinner has thrived, especially last year. Yeah, Bublik has been on a crazy run. If you remember at the French Open, he managed to beat two top 10 players, Alex de Minaur and Jack Draper, making his first quarterfinal Grand Slam of his career. And after getting completely humbled by Sinner, thought for him, this was a nice kind of, last great run we're gonna see by Bublik. But hey man, I guess I was wrong. And throughout this match, the shot making of Bublik was unreal. If you haven't watched the match, I recommend you to just watch the highlights or anything, because the shots he was hitting, like the amount of like crazy passing shots I was seeing when I was like sort of glancing at the screen, and you can really tell that this guy loves the grass, man. And I feel like he performs better on the grass than any other surface, so I can really see him going far at the Halle Open, but only time will tell you. As I said, Bublik's not the most consistent player, so we'll just see what happens. Bublik's been a player that has been super inconsistent. Like he's kind of like Nick Kyrgios in a way. Like the talent is there, and on his day he's probably a top 10, top 5 player at least, as we saw today. But for Bublik, it's just been that consistency, having a kind of weak mentality out there on the court that's kind of hindered him a lot. And people are saying that like he's only playing good now because he finally like cares, which I don't really buy at all. I feel like he has always cared. Like he wouldn't be in this position if he didn't care. And I feel like Bublik has done a like a, not a clever way, but he's kind of built this I don't care persona over the last few years, with the kind of cope with the fact that he's not been performing well, not reaching the expectations people had of him when he was a junior and first coming up. And I feel like right now what we're seeing is not him caring, but him kind of not caring as much. And I feel like on the court now, he's playing so freely, and he's really like trusting his game out there, if you know what I mean. I think I saw he's got Thomas Makac next, I believe. So that's gonna be a tough one. If he performs well at this tournament, gets to the final or even wins it, hey man, coming into Wimbledon, he's gonna be going into that tournament unseeded. And if you're a top 10 player, I wouldn't want to be seeing Bublik. I wouldn't want to be seeing Bublik in those first 2 rounds, because I can really see him going deep again at Wimbledon, maybe possibly even making another quarterfinals. So I won't be surprised if I make a 3rd video on him this year, talking about another crazy upset. But anyway, let's talk about Sinner a little bit in this match, because he came into Halle Open, the first seed, the best player in the world right now, and yeah, he looked really bothered out there. Yeah, he had 3 double faults out there. I think he had like 1 throughout the whole of the French Open or something like that. So that's really out of character. I can't find the unforced error stat, but when I was watching the game, there was a lot of just weird errors. And I think one of the commentators noted that he wasn't really playing aggressively. He was kind of letting Bublik just do what he wanted out there, which is not what Sinner's game is like at all. He isn't a reactor, defensive player, but Bublik really turned him into that, and he kind of struggled to kind of get his way. And yeah, he just really seemed really agitated there. He was arguing with his box a few times, and yeah, I don't know if he's injured, fatigued from the French Open, or just seeing the ghost of Alcaraz out there. I don't know, but it just didn't seem like the Sinner we've seen for the past 1.5, 2 years now. And yeah, so going into Wimbledon then for Sinner, I still think he's gonna make the final, because obviously a Grand Slam is 5 sets. These games are quite short and they can just end in a flash like we saw today. But anyway, we're gonna wrap off things there, I guess. In the comment section, let me know what you think about Bublik. Is he gonna win Wimbledon? Nah, let me chill.